Getting invited to events like this is fantastic. Just to be able to talk to an audience about the stuff that I've been involved in. So I'll give you a bit of insight. Ever since The Apprentice ended and the television cameras stopped, I've been given my own company. So Alan gave me my own venture, and he was almost like my venture capitalist. He funded and allowed me to start up Integra Electronics Limited, which is retailing the Integra face care system, which is a health and beauty product, which we market predominantly to women, but also to men. So for any men who want to have a try, I've got one out in the audience, we'll have a look after it. I don't see anybody rushing, but okay, we'll talk about it later. What I've been able to do is I don't class myself as an entrepreneur. I didn't have the burning desire of any of these individuals here and said, I've got this flashlight bulb going on, I'm going to do this. But what I am is a businessman, and regardless if you're an entrepreneur or you're in business, those basic elements, the core skills are equal across everybody's different skill sets, whatever they actually are involved in. I focus on making money. That's what I'm in to do. That's what I have to do. Otherwise, I'll hear those two words which aren't "you're hired." They're slightly different. And in order to do that, I think today we're talking about entrepreneurs, etc. And I think that's fantastic. It's a buzzword at the moment. It's brilliant. Let's get on the bandwagon and get the kids thinking about different routes and not just being employees, but potentially taking on their own ventures and setting up their own business. But I think we've got to be very careful also in terms of making sure that there's the support that gives these kids and people who are in business as well and have ideas, the support about what makes a successful business for the long term. Because it's all well and good having a burning desire, an idea that you love, but if that doesn't make any money, the bank manager's not going to listen to your stories of how great you think it is or whatever. So it has to be something that's tangible and has something that's going to generate an income for you. So it's very much in terms of the cash converter principle that we were talking about earlier. So what problems have I had? Well, firstly, I'm a black young male working in a female-orientated industry trying to sell a healthcare product when I was never the most metrosexual male anyway. So I think I had a few obstacles to overcome. But that again comes down to what it is about you as an individual which you'll bring to a business venture or a job that you're doing. It's how determined you are. The whole thing about The Apprentice, forget the money, forget the treats or whatever, or forget Sir Adam pointing his finger in your face or whatever. The essential part you should take from that show is that when there's a level playing field, forget your colour, forget your gender, forget all that. When there's a level playing field, all that differentiates you from anybody else is how determined you are and how successful you want to be. I knew I had no alternative but to win that thing. I wanted it so badly, but I wasn't going to lose my integrity or dignity in order to get there. And what was my driving force was my daughter and my mother. My daughter, the legacy, and my mum to make her proud. So those things were very important. They were the fire that pushed me forward. Every one of us has a fire that we need to tap into, whether it's making money or being successful, driving that new car, getting a bigger house, whatever it may be, just tap into that fire and it will push you forward.